Good morning, you guys. It's Karen, and I can't believe I'm filming with my hair like this. It is in desperate need of a wash, but I've got the hairdressers in 45 minutes, so I'll be leaving in half an hour. It's only just down the road. I cannot wait to have it washed. But I wanted to come and do the video of this, the Elta MD. I've got the UV Physical Broad Spectrum SPF41 sunscreen because so many of you are waiting for this review. And it's quite a quick one, actually. I've got my notes here. Excuse me, and I have got some footage of me applying this. So let me tell you about this. Firstly, before telling you about this specific one, let me tell you there is a choice of about 6 different sunscreens on the Elta MD website, and it's quite confusing going through them. I had to go through them separately and have a look at the ingredients and figure out what was different about them. But there's actually only 2 out of them all. I think they do like maybe 8 in total, and there's 2 of them that are mineral only with no chemicals in. One of them is this one, which is the UV Physical, which makes sense, and then the other one I've actually ordered but I don't have, and it's called UV Elements. It was much more expensive and it's more of a moisturizing one, but it is also just mineral. So this one is zinc 9% and titanium dioxide at 7%. So it is tinted. It's an SPF41 and it's broad spectrum. It says on it, broad spectrum SPF41. Excuse my nails as well. I'm having my nails done in a couple of weeks. That's what it looks like there. So you can see that there's a tint, but as you'll see when I put it on my face, it doesn't really give any coverage. I would say that you get more coverage from the Australian Gold one, and comparing this to the Australian Gold one, they're pretty similar. The only thing about this is it's slightly, if you find the Australian Gold one too thick and too kind of, what's the word? Not greasy, but maybe some people find it greasy. It feels quite thick. It feels quite substantial, the Australian Gold one. But I love it, of course. But this one is slightly lighter. There's a lighter feel to it. It's a little bit thinner. It doesn't feel as thick on the skin. This one is cruelty free and it is also oil free. Despite it being oil free, I have found it to be absolutely fine in terms of moisturizing my skin, because you guys know that I use my sunscreen and moisturizer I like that to be one product. It's funny because I suppose what I always say is I'm looking for a sunscreen that's moisturizing, and somebody said to me, why don't you look for a moisturizer with sunscreen in it or a moisturizer with an SPF? And I thought, what a funny thing to say, because to me it's the same thing whether I'm looking for a sunscreen with moisturizer or a moisturizer with sunscreen or with sun protection. It's the same thing. With the moisturizers that tend to have an SPF, specifically day moisturizers or whatever, it will be like SPF 15, SPF 20, and it will be chemical sunscreen. So it doesn't really work for me, but to me, it's one in the same. I'm looking for a product that moisturizes and that gives me sun protection that I want. And this was absolutely fine on my skin, and I can get very tight skin if I don't have something that's hydrating, but this definitely is. Whether or not it will be enough for super dry skin, if you are a tretinoin user, maybe you need the UV Elements one, the other more moisturizing one. I will talk about the UV Elements one in the group video that I do comparing all of these. Hopefully I'll have received it by then. There's no white cast on this, obviously, because it is not tinted. This is alcohol and fragrance free, so I would say this would be fine for sensitive skin. There's nothing about Elta MD's recycling policy, or how they're trying to avoid plastics, etc. It says on the back of here, suitable for recycling, check locally. That's all there is. I can't find anywhere any details of whether or not this is nano, whether this uses nanoparticles or not. I suspect it is, because they haven't mentioned that it's non-nano. If it's non-nano, companies tend to like to say, although with it being tinted, they wouldn't necessarily need for it to be nano, so it could be non-nano. I just don't know. It just doesn't say. So that being the case, it may not be Reef Safe. I've mentioned Reef Safe a couple of times because it's really important to a lot of people, and a couple of times people have come back and said how something that I said in a video last year, I think, that it's not necessarily, there's a lot of controversy over whether or not somebody, say in the UK, that never goes near any reefs and is not going on holiday and doesn't swim, is going to be doing any damage to the reefs by using, say, titanium dioxide is one of the ones that some people think is reef safe and other people think it's not. But the chemical ones specifically are known to be damaging. But I think that for a lot of people, they don't want to use it just to make a stand, if you like. You know, it's important to a lot of people. I can see that from the comments. But I do agree with people that there are thought to be lots of other things that are more damaging to the reefs, and there's a lot of controversy about how much the sunscreens contribute to that. I could do a whole video probably on that. But the other thing is, with all the chemical ingredients there, I don't like the fact that I worry about them being hormone disrupting, because they have been shown to be hormone disrupting, some in animals, and it's, you know, there's not enough research, and you know I like my research, but it's just something I would prefer to avoid. Let me know if you want me to do a video on any of those subjects, and I will see what I can do. But I would say you can't guarantee that this is reef safe. So not reef safe. Don't know if it's nano or not. Those are the only two things that I think people might be put off by. I've just realised I didn't tell you the price. I got this for £24.99 from Amazon. I've ordered the UV elements directly from their website, and it was actually a bit of a shock when it came through, because I paid way more than shipping than I expected. I think it was $14, whatever that is, or was it $17 and £12 or something like that, and I was like, wow, didn't expect it to be that much, because the UV elements is actually quite expensive as it is. I think it's costing me about £42 for the UV elements one, so I can tell you now that won't be a repurchase. But this one at £24.99 for 85 gram is pretty good. That's everything to tell you about this. The reason I wanted to come and do this is because we are taking a break next week. Kev is taking time off work. It is his 50th birthday, so we're having the week off. We're going on some adventures with Watson, and we've got some other things planned as well. So Kev and I are going for lunch for his birthday. He's going to play golf at a special golf course. I am finally getting back and having a physio massage. I'm getting my nails done, you know, lots of things like that going on. So we're just having a week off. So I thought I would try and get this review up for you, because like I said, I know a lot of you are waiting. Let me know if this is the one you were waiting for, because a lot of people said, oh, they've heard Elta MD is good, they can't wait to hear a review, but I don't know whether that was about a specific one, whether it is this one that is the most popular. So I'm curious about that. But I really like this. I would probably repurchase this. But the next one I'll do for you will be the spreadsheet, I think. I have got another one called Dermatology, but it does have chemicals in it. I made a mistake with that. And I'll talk about that in the sort of group one where I mention these are the ones that are available to you if you don't want to buy one that's not reef safe. These are the ones with zinc only. These are the ones that are the most affordable, etc., etc. So I hope that was useful. Let me tell you what I'm wearing. I've got on, this wasn't a planned makeup day, so I've got on IT Cosmetics foundation, the skincare one, foundation plus skincare in 20.5. So it's the lightest one I've got, because I've got no self tan on at the moment. What else have I got on? What else did I use? Oh, do you know, I used a mishmash of eyeshadows. I used a little single one from Gosh, and then I went into my Anastasia palette. So a lot of different things on my eyes. On my cheeks is the Vive blush in Sorbet. I haven't got any lipstick on. I just threw some lip gloss on. It's called SOSO, just because I'm going to the hairdresser, so I'm going to have a mask on. So I don't tend to put any lipstick on if I know I'm going to be wearing my mask. That's everything. Yeah, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.